Good afternoon, everyone. Great to be here. Now, I know you've had an action-packed day already, and I think first and foremost, it's just so good to have this event back in Christchurch, and I'm sure you've heard that already, but also the response we've had from the community, because I know there's a lot of people in this room who have been contributing to the community for a number of years, well before I was around, and it's been the backbone that we've been able to build on, and then come back into the market like this, bolder and more audacious. I guess if I think about the Jade Velocity event, there were two big outcomes we wanted to create. One, we wanted to gather influencers from across New Zealand, because we knew that it wasn't just about the tech, that is important, but also to re-inject Jade back into the national conversation and celebrate the amazing businesses that are built on Jade and the impact they have both here in New Zealand and abroad. I'll tell you what, do you know what was my biggest bugbear upon becoming the CEO of Jade? Can anyone guess? Yes, it was then when I'd say, what do you do? Oh, I'm the CEO of Jade. And they would look at me blankly and I'd say, Jade Stadium. And they're like, oh, yes, yeah, I remember that, Jade. And so I sort of had this chip on my shoulder that we have to change what Jade is associated with. It's got to be more than the stadium. And so, as you all know, no, we don't build stadiums. We build mission-critical software, or the platform underneath powers mission-critical software. It specialises in the robust, the high-intensity. The other thing we did is we spent time going back to our roots. So really, one of the things we wanted to go back and look at, and again, a lot of you in this room will know the story, is around, what Jade was always about, has been about empowering entrepreneurs and enterprise. And you see that in two ways, right? You've got these purpose-built systems that meet a business need that can't be brought off the shelf in terms of the software, and you've got SaaS products and systems that are sold by partners and continue to scale. And then if we think about that, underneath that Jade platform, it was all about then how do we solve those complex problems simply. And again, I know a lot of you know this already, but that was some of the original thinking with the platform around how do you make it simple in terms of the solutions you're building, but super powerful and help in enabling those solutions to scale. And so today, it's great that we can say, with all your support, how we power systems across 6 continents, over 70 countries, and over 550 cities. And we continue to invest in that, into that growth, and we're really passionate about how we can help your businesses go forward. I think closer to home, we're starting to do a better job of telling our stories and putting them in plain English that people can understand. And so if you're like me, you've got young kids, and quite often I find myself at one of the big box retailers. And so it's actually a Jade system that helps get the stock on the shelves there, interfaces back into China, and enables payments to be made, all the way through to, if you're a first home buyer and you're a young couple in New Zealand, there's a chance that a Jade system processed your loan. Or if you own a construction company and you've gone out and you need to buy a new digger and it's processed the loan for that. And there's a whole raft of stories in between there. And so, that's on us around now being bolder around how we tell that story and make it more accessible. So for those that are keeping tabs, this is what I said we were going to do at Jug last year. And so that was about making engaging with all you and the community. And I think we've taken steps to do that. We're going to do that more. And by that, I mean actually truly understanding your businesses and understanding what is holding you back from future growth. The other bit is obviously around interoperability. So we've been doing a lot around how do we make the platform and therefore the systems you've built on top of it more interoperable with a wider ecosystem. I know, for example, talking to Callum and Jane at Able, they're seeing that their ERP system connect into a wider breadth of solutions, and I'm sure it's the same for other partners out there. So interoperability was a big part. You've also would have seen the presentation from Carlin and Dean around Orb. So it was about how do you then hook in other web tools into your systems, or I think that also the enhancements around the APIs are really important as well in terms of how you connect in and leverage some of these newer tools that are out there. We were always and continue to be focused on scaling Third Eye. So we think about that as an internal partner. So every time that we sell another Third Eye, that's another Jade database and another Jade system. So that continues to grow and scale across Australia, New Zealand, and the UK. And we haven't ruled out around expanding that into other markets as well. And then finally, from a group perspective, so as you all know, Skipton Group, with the refreshed leadership there, and many of you met Stuart here last year, has really backed Jade in terms of investment and growth. And so having that support is really powerful. It's not every day you've got the ambition of a software company backed by a large financial institution, and those two things coming together with the right sort of attitude. And so we're really supported by Skipton Group, and both in terms of some of the R&D we're doing, some of the early AI work we're doing with Skipton, along with other banks, but also in terms of their willingness for us to bring ideas to the table for additional funding to accelerate some of that R&D. We continue to invest in talent over and above some of those things. We've brought on a combination through bringing the NWI team in-house and new grads. We've got another 13 platform engineers, and just a big shout out to John and the team and the way that they have embraced coming into Jade. It's just been phenomenal, and you're starting to see a lot of those benefits come through, whether it's around Jade Git or otherwise, and that concurrent development and the source code pieces. We've refreshed the Jade board. So you might have the chance to meet some of the board members, the likes of Guy Horrocks, the likes of Anna Curzon, and these are true technologists who have come out of scaling businesses. So likes of Anna helped scale Xero, the likes of Guy has started multiple startups himself, and so that brings some really good insight and practical leadership that the team and I can call on at the board. And we've also developed our first AI agent, and that's one of many. So next month we'll be launching Ask Jay, which is the public-facing dev tool or dev training tool, and that will be launching hand in hand with our online course. So that's all about how we make it easier for Kiwis to learn Jade, and also easier for you as businesses to train and bring on new developers. And there'll be a number of additional things we want to do there, and we will be announcing. So some of those are actually the tougher spaces behind closed, secure environments, and around how we actually deploy our AI machinery into those secure code bases. Because hands up here in the audience who use ChatGPT or something like that regularly. Yeah, that's probably as expected. Hands up in the audience, how many of you are loading your personal financial information or medical information to ChatGPT? Well, that's good. But that there is at the heart of where we see the need in the community. It's it needs to be secure and run within these secure environments you're running, but B, it needs to be trained on your context. And so that's a lot of the work that Dean and the team have been doing. And so I'm not sure if we've covered that yet. That might be a sneak peek later. Okay, spoiler alert. Okay. Obviously, I know a lot of your businesses run on Jade, or you've got purpose-built software that your businesses rely on for a critical part. So the commercials and the strength of Jade is important. So our 2024 result, we had a 10% lift in profit. If I look over the last 2 years, it's been a 10% lift in revenue. We've built up our cash balance, and so that gives us choices as a company, what we look to invest in, what we look to, whether that is new IP or otherwise. And thank you for all of those who continue to respond from a customer survey perspective, and it's great to see that NPS score stay high. And as I mentioned, we're continuing to invest in the underlying platform. So just shy of $6.5 million was invested in the platform and the products that are built off that. A big bit for us also is we've seen a 20% year-on-year growth in the community. And so that's from the partners and the growth of your businesses. And that you'll see that become a bigger focus for us this year and going forward is actually how we grow the partner community. So I guess to wrap, and then I'm happy to open up for some questions, is the future for Jade is bright today. We're investing in talent. We're in discussions to bring our total number of NZQA providers to 6 next year. So alongside the likes of University of Canterbury, Massey, SIT, we'll be adding new tertiary new NZQA providers who are teaching Jade, and we'll also have the online course. So that's about broadening the talent base and doing that in a way that's actually much more connected up with jobs. And so having people come through, learn Jade, and either go into our enterprise customers or our partners and being much more synced up, because I know that has been a thing in the past that an area we could have done better. As I mentioned, we're investing in the platform. So that means not only the core modules, so the things like Orb, APIs, but also incorporating new tech into that. So a lot of the AI, yes, we leverage some building blocks of some of the bigger players, but how do we incorporate that and run that in a way that works best for the platform? And thirdly, we're investing in growth. And for me, this one goes beyond just features. So I've been spending time, as with others, going around and actually getting closer to your businesses and understanding what you need outside of features to unlock growth. And I know some of that is brand and marketing. I know some of that's talent, and some of it will be features. But ultimately, it's about getting back to outcomes rather than activity and making sure that everything we're doing is actually helping partner growth and helping you bring on new customers. And like I said, underneath all of that, it's about Skipton Group backing Jade and helping us accelerate our plans. So that's everything from me today. We'll have some, it won't be just a once a year type thing. We'll start to share more information around how we're executing against this plan, whether it's the talent program, whether it's the AI agents, or whether it's the other targeted growth initiatives throughout the year. You'll see us in the media more. You'll see us talking about our ambition and not being so reserved. So bear with me about being a bit more brash and bold about Jade, but that will be happening. And finally, sincere thank you for all the hard work, whether you are working on a Jade code base in a big enterprise, whether you're one of the Jade team working on a big code base, or whether you're one of the partners doing that. You all contribute to our success. You contribute to all the logos that can go up on the slides. And we're right here beside you. So thank you very much.